So in today's edition of this winter snowy vlog with the DJI Action 3, we have some good news and some bad news. The first piece of bad news is that the reality of Finnish November is usually depressing, but turned very quickly into good news. Started snowing. I don't know whether this will stick or not, but it's beautiful. But we will have to brush the snow out of the cars sooner than expected. The next bit is about the Action 3 itself. I have been happy with it. I made my last video comparing it with the Action 1 and Action 2 indoors in a controlled environment to see whether I have a defective unit or not. I concluded that I don't, and the comment section is a mixed bag. For some people, clearly it's still out of focus and not good enough. For some people, it's clearly good enough and in focus. And I suppose I will have to settle for, if it's good enough for you, get it. If yours is not defective, and by that I mean clearly not defective, keep it. And if not, and if you still don't like it or is actually defective, get a replacement or just go the GoPro route, which is totally fine. For me, this is good enough. I'm curious to see with today's light conditions how it will be. But the bad news is that not everybody agrees. Ai väni, Satu, jälkä fadem. Hei! Pro winter tip. You do this so that the windscreen wipers don't get frozen and stuck to the glass. But the biggest good news, bad news, is that I got a new role at my actual job, day job. I'm working the same amount of hours, of course, weekly, but there are a lot of new challenges. New interesting things. It means that I'm thinking a lot more about work. I'm finding it more difficult to find time for the channel. So far, I've been able to publish one video every week for 2022, and last week I dropped the ball. Let's see how it's the rest of the year, and I think that the frequency might dip down a little bit. Hopefully we'll keep the quality and we'll find interesting things to talk about. But I'm very excited about this new job. Same company, different job. I usually don't talk about those details in this channel, so if we connect professionally, then let's discuss there. If not, this is my hobby. Mennään Satu. This is so pretty. Because I'm wearing the DJI mic, hopefully you can hear me well, even if the camera is pointing elsewhere. But this is nice. These trees are so cool. And I am slightly worried that this is not too protected. Now it's not snowing. It was a few minutes ago. And there's another coming. So let's move on. And if you're wondering about the audio setup, I am using the DJI mic, but just the standalone thingy, and I'm recording in it. I'm not plugging the receiver module in the Action 3 for two main reasons. The first one is that if I want to point it forward so I can see things, it doesn't actually fit. And the other one is that I'm losing the waterproofness. If I drop this accidentally, no, it's fine. I can dip it in the snow if I want to. See? Exactly. This wasn't accidental, but could have been an accident. And this is just practical. Now the furry thing is gonna get a bit frozen and a bit snowy, but hopefully it's okay. If it would be actually snowing a lot, I would just go with the audio of the Action 3. Today I prefer this way because it does sound better. And one thing that we will have to test is the DJI Action 3 cold resistance, I suppose. This is really snowed, as you can see, but it's not cold. Cold will be February, maybe 20-25 degrees less than now. Then we'll test it out. And the last piece of bad news is that we are still waiting for the 10-bit firmware upgrade into the DJI Action 3. It was supposed to come in October, but I assume that with all the focusing issues or complaints about the focus issues, which many were right, some are less right, but I guess that they have not come about to give us 10 bits. So I hope to make another video with more good news than bad ones, and let's see if we can test 10 bit. But it's time to go home. My mustache is getting frozen. See you soon. I don't know exactly when, but see you soon for some more content.